Good morning, everybody. We're just going to give everybody a few minutes to start dropping in. If people can see us and hear us, perhaps you can just pop a note in the chat box so we know that you're hearing what we're saying, and you can see the holding slide there for us at the moment. Hi, Penny. Hi, Amy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, all good. So we're coming through loud and clear. We'll give it a minute just to let people continue to come in, and we will get started. But thank you for joining us. Hope everybody's had an enjoyable weekend and is ready for the week ahead. Good morning to those just joining. We're just going to give it another 30 seconds and we will get underway. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Okay, we will get started. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our relaunch webinar. We're really excited. We made our new site live on Thursday last week. Feedback so far has been really positive, and we hope that you will share that positivity as Rowan takes you through some of the new functionality this morning. But first of all, just some introductions. There are four of us on the panel this morning. Rowan and I are going to do the majority of the talking, but we're joined by James and Frankie, who are around to pick up anything that Rowan and I forget. And indeed, if anybody's got any questions at the end, their input will be really valuable on that. So for those that don't know me, my name is Will Farnell. I am one of the co-founders of App Advisory Plus and director at Farnell Clark. And Rowan is going to be taking us through the demo today. Do you want to say hello, Rowan?
Morning, everyone.
Thank you very much. So what are we going to take you through this morning? Introductions, we've kind of done that. I'm going to briefly just recap really why we came together to build App Advisory Plus in the first place. We originally launched a launch event in December 2019, so pre-COVID. It's kind of going to be a thing now, isn't it? Pre and post COVID. But I'll retouch on why we felt that there was an opportunity and a need for what we originally launched. We're going to talk about why we decided to rebuild what we'd already done. Touch on what's new. Rowan is then going to take us through a demo of some of that new functionality, and we'll also talk to you about some of the things that are going to be coming through in the coming weeks, and weeks rather than months. So we're really pleased about that. And then if anybody does have any questions, we can pick those up at the end. Plan is we're going to be done pretty much on 10:30. So why we built App Advisory Plus in the first place? Fundamentally, our objective on this is to support accountants and bookkeepers to deliver a new service line through App Advisory. So generating new revenue for you and your business, but as important is actually helping your clients get maximum value out of the app ecosystem that exists. So fundamentally, we want to help our clients do things smarter, more effectively through the use of apps. And it's our job to help support you as the accountants and bookkeepers make sense of that ecosystem and make it easier for you to deliver those services. And it all started really is in Farnell Clark. We were doing an implementation for some clients some time ago now. We were implementing Receipt Bank, Workflow Max, Xero, and we needed purchase order processing. And we must have spent at least 5 hours, probably more, kind of picking up the phone to as many people as we knew to find out how we made that app stack work. And we ended up working with Approval Max on that as well. But then that created new questions in terms of, well, how does Approval Max work with Receipt Bank? Does it integrate with Workflow Max? And we spent so much time trying to get the answers. And we had the benefit, if you like, of actually having a whole bunch of people that we could pick the phone up to. Many firms don't have that opportunity. So for us, that highlighted that there was a need for somebody to provide almost a first line support desk for accountants and bookkeepers, where we could have asked that question: how do we make Approval Max work with Workflow Max and Receipt Bank? And somebody could have done that research for us. Naturally, we didn't charge the client for that research either. And it's a trap that accountants fall into. So we just felt it was a great opportunity to help firms get answers to those questions and have somewhere they know they can go to get that support. So none of that's changed. Everything we've done with the new site is just moving us closer to be able to deliver these things. So why did we rebuild it? Most importantly here, we listened to feedback from members and from our app partners. It was always intended that when we launched the site in December that we were going to look for feedback from users. And generally we heard really positive things about the things that we were doing and what we were trying to do. But it became fairly clear that the original execution, the original model just wasn't quite right. So we listened to the feedback, we looked at the lessons that we'd learned over those last few months and decided that there were significant ways we could improve, firstly, the whole model in terms of what we're delivering, how we're making information available on different packages for members. But also we recognised that we needed to focus a lot closer on the user experience in terms of how the site operated and so on. And we think and we hope that we've done that with the new site. So I thought it was important just to really show what we have achieved over the last 6 months since we launched. Typically, firms will go to the Xero or Intuit marketplaces to find apps that serve certain purposes. And what we've been able to do is we think a step further in terms of we have more categories, we have more sectors, we have more ways that you can sort the data, we have more ways that that data can be filtered. And with the new site, we've launched a new functionality that isn't available on those platforms. So Rowan will take you through some of this. Comparison has now enabled you to filter third-party integrations. So if you're looking for a product that integrates with Xero, but it also needs to integrate with Google Drive or with Zapier or with MailChimp, you can apply those filters in a search. I think really importantly is we're software agnostic. So if, as most firms do, they have a mix of clients on Xero and QuickBooks, you don't have to go to 2 different marketplaces. We've got the ability to see the newest apps added to the platform. So it's just nice that when you come back, you can see what's been added since you were last there. And down the bottom here, you'll see that we're currently at 167 apps on our platform. We're very much about quantity over quality. We check the apps before we list them, but we are still aiming to add 5 apps a week. So that number is going to continue to increase, and we are collecting more data, more information, and providing reviews where possible on all of those apps. So I think we've made some big steps forward. The launch of the new platform just takes it to the next level for us and for you as users of the platform. So before we dive in with Rowan, a very quick skim through what's new. You'll have seen we have a new logo. The site has a new look. There's definitely a more improved user experience. We've done some work on directory layouts, big improvements to the community and our knowledge base. Rowan's used lockdown incredibly effectively to write lots of content for our knowledge base, and that's a real focus for us going forward, making sure that we've got content that's valuable. Most of the demo, Rowan is going to take you through our app stack builder, which is a new piece of functionality, and really takes the platform to the next level. Within that, we have the ability for direct app comparisons. For me, the most exciting bit in all of this is app advisory points. So in our old pricing models, the help desk was available to our premium users only. So it meant that you had to commit to an ongoing monthly subscription at the highest level to get unlimited access to our help desk. Now, what we found is some people were using it in the way we hoped they would, others were not. So effectively, they were paying for something that they weren't using. So the idea with app advisory points is you can buy points as you need them, but perhaps more interesting is you can earn them. So you can earn points by engaging with the platform. And Rowan will take you through some of that, and I'll highlight some of the examples of where you can get those points in just a moment. And finally, we've made some changes to what a free account gives you access to. And also there's been some change around some of the paid plans in terms of what that enables you to do, given that we've moved to a point system for help desk support. And again, Rowan will take you through that in a demo. So before I hand over to Rowan, app advisory points, really excited about this. Here's some very quick examples of how you can earn points. So if you're using an app and you leave a review on the site, you get 2 points. Pretty simple. You build your points bank and you can convert those points to app support via the help desk when you need it. A couple of things that we'll reflag at the end as well. If you haven't yet got a free account, sign up for one and you can get 5 points just for signing up. Existing members will be given 5 points because you're already a member. And within the My Account area, there's a short data questionnaire around the apps that you're using. If you complete that, then you get 10 points for that as well. But I'll leave Rowan to touch on that as we move into the demo. So Rowan, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let you jump in to take everybody through what we've done.
Great, thanks, Will. I think hopefully everyone can see my screen now. So what I'll do in this demo is take us through some of the new functionality of the site. And that includes, as Will's spoken about, the new point system. I'm also going to spend a little bit more time looking at our app stack builder, and then I'll touch on the community and our knowledge base before going through into what the plans are and the functionality across those plans. So as Will's mentioned, one of the key changes that we've made to our site is the way that our help desk support system works. So we've introduced this new point system, and that allows our users across all membership levels, including the free membership, to earn points through interactions with our site and exchange these for one-to-one email and phone support. So each of our app advisory points that you earn is worth £1 in consultancy support, and we've made it quite easy for you to be able to earn them. So as Will said, you'll get 5 points for registering, or if you're already registered, we'll load in 5 points for you. You can also earn 2 points for reviewing apps in our app directory, or engaging with our community, or sharing our content on Twitter or LinkedIn. So the point system, the way that works is in the My Account section of the site. So I'll go to that first. And what you're greeted with here is a prompt to complete your firm's profile. So this is going to be about 10 minutes of your time. And what we've got here are a series of questions that you can answer. And these are going to help us to learn more about your firm. And that in turn will allow us to prioritize the kind of apps that we review and the content that we produce for the site. So that's really useful, but we know that that's going to take a little bit of your time, which is why we're offering 10 app advisory points for you to do that. And that would be for each member of your team to do. So as we go down the My Account, you'll see that we've got some saved app stacks in here, which I'll come back to. And as we go down, you can see that the app advisory points section is there. So this will show you how many points that you've got. You'll also be able to purchase more points, and we've got a blog article which explains more about how the points work if you need to go back and find out how to earn more points. And we've also got a unique URL in here, which you can use to refer other users to App Advisory Plus. And for each sign up that we get, even if that's on a free membership, you'll earn another 10 points. To then exchange those points for consultancy time, we've got a form in here called Get App Advice. So this is open to anyone regardless of how many points that you've got. And this is a way of communicating with us that you've got a question and you need some app support. So what we'll do once this form is submitted is review it, and we'll take a view on how much time this is going to take us to answer the question, and then we'll come back with a points estimate, and then you'll either be able to understand how many points you need to earn above what you have already, or you can purchase more points to be able to get that question answered. If it's something very simple and we can easily direct you to a place or content that we've got on the site already, then we'll do that without taking any points from you, and the points will be deducted once the advice has been provided. So the next section that we'll have a look at is the app stack, and this is one of the key areas that we've changed and innovated. And really the idea around this is that we know that one of the hardest areas of App Advisory is finding the right apps with the right integrations that you need. And we know that it can be a long process, and as we've seen with the options that are available in the Xero and QuickBooks marketplaces, if you're using those, it doesn't make it that easy to find exactly what you're after. So the whole point in this is narrowing down the search, but also being able to build up a record of what the apps that you use are in your firm are, what your clients are using, and you can also create some industry specific templates, and we've built in some functionality to help you do that. So the first thing to mention here is that even though we've presented this in an order, you don't actually have to go through things in the order that we're presenting. You can jump straight to the selection stage, but the benefit of going through like this is that at the category stage, we'll present you with some suggestions that you can have a look at, and those will be based on the choices that we've made in the previous sections. So to start with, you would create your stack name. So I'm just going to call this my onboarding stack. You could obviously call this the name of your client, or it could be the name of an industry specific stack that you're producing. Then you can click to save that stack. It then takes us on to the sector and business case section. And the idea behind this is that we wanted to define the industry sectors better than what had been done in the other marketplaces. But that wasn't quite enough. We wanted to take that a step further so we could define some specific use cases. So with that, we've added more specific use cases for the accounting and bookkeeping sector. But all of our sectors have at least operational apps or admin and finance function apps. And we'll be adding some more of these more specific business cases as things go forward and we get more support requests come through. So I'm going to choose the managing leads and client onboarding app stack. And then if we go forward with that, the next screen is the platform that we will be using. So at this stage, you can choose which accounting platform you'll be using, or if it doesn't matter to you, then you just choose it's not applicable here. And this can be changed later on in the process as well. So what we've got next is a suggestion of app categories that we think are relevant for the previous choices that you've made for the sector, the business case, and the accounting platform. And from here, you can either add an app straight to your app stack, You can view the listing, which contains further information about the app and links to the app's website, as well as videos, screenshots, links to help and support. Or you can view apps that are in this category and have met the filtering criteria that we've entered previously. So as you can see, as we go down, these are the apps that we've got on the site and the app categories that are relevant to this onboarding section. So if I go to show apps that do this, then we'll move into the next stage, which is app select. And here you can see that all of the choices that we made previously have been saved. And you can now filter with our additional filters. So we've got a pricing filter, whether there's free trial, partner program, or free practice subscription. You can also sort the list by date added, rating, price low to high, or price high to low. Minimum rating, and this is the App Advisory Plus rating. Mobile app, and then here is the additional filter based on further integrations. So as you'd expect with a practice management software, there's probably going to be a company's house integration. But if you're looking for further integrations, then you can use these filters to narrow down the search as well. And this is going to be more useful when you're looking for client specific apps as well. What you can do now is compare up to 3 apps. So I'm going to click compare on these 3 and then go to compare apps. So that's going to load into a new screen, and then we've got the choices that we made there to compare. So to start with, we'll have key information that is available on the directory listing, including what the free trial is, the pricing, other integrations, mobile app, partner program. And then we move down into the features here. And what we've presented to start with is a higher level view of the features. And we also have some drill down capabilities. So if we look at the company's house features, that will then show you more detail on what those are. And we'll be adding in some info icons here so that you can understand the definition for these if it's not already clear. If you don't understand the definition, then obviously you can get in touch through the contact form in My Account and just ask us what we meant by that. Obviously at this stage, this is designed to give you an idea of what the capabilities of the app are. And you'll probably use this then to direct further research, such as going into the app page that we've got on the site, taking out a free trial, or obviously getting into contact with us via the My Account. And via our support, we can give you our own independent view on what these features do and provide support around kind of the integrations and how those work as well. You can add the apps now into your app stack. So if I go with adding that, we'll then ask you which category you want to add that into, and you end up with that app added to your stack. And then you can go to view your stack and the app will be in there. At this screen, I'll jump over to one of my other saved stacks so that you can see what the full outcome of that is. So this is where I've gone through and added all of these apps into my app stack. And that's my completed stack there. Now, what you might want to do with that is then go and share this with other team members. So all of the app stacks within your team are available to every team member. And as a team owner, you'll be able to also edit anyone else's stack. An author of a stack, so the person that's created it, can edit only their own, but they'll be able to also view other team members' stacks and clone them if they need to. The thing that we're bringing in as part of this over the next month is the ability to produce a report. So our reports will be designed as something that you can provide to your prospect or client as a recommendation or options for them in their business to be able to help you market the offering that you've got for them. This will include descriptive content about the apps as well as some pricing information, and you'll have the ability to add in your own text. Have we got any questions coming in on that before we move on?
Not at the moment. Rowan, the only question at the moment is around are we only providing support using the point system, or will we offer an all-in monthly subscription? I think the answer to that is we are certainly using the points system as the basis for this. We would always look at kind of enterprise type licensing arrangements and so on. So that's a case of get in touch with us directly, and we can have a conversation about what you might need and how we might best support that. Another one here. Does your selection criteria give other apps that a particular app works well with?
So what we've done with that is actually within our business cases, we can specify the apps that come up in them. So they're curated by us independently, and within doing that, we've already thought about the apps that work well together. So this example here, this is an app stack for onboarding that I've implemented for some firms, and we know that this works together well. So yes is effectively the answer to that. We are thinking about those when we create the apps that are relevant for a business case. So now I'll move on to our other aspects of our support, which are the community and knowledge base, and we'll touch on these briefly. So we've improved the design of this to start with. Anyone can access our app community if you're on a free account. And you can come in here, and this is a place to ask questions with other members, and we can we've got some tags here so that you can look at other questions that users have asked previously, and again, this is something that you'll earn a point for if you're asking or replying to a question in here. So you can ask a community a question, and we'll also pick those up and have a look at those as well. And we're looking at building in some notifications around that so that you know something's been asked in our community. Then if we look at the knowledge base here, what we've done with this is separate it out into some different knowledge base categories. So we've got app advisory processes here, and this is content to help you understand what app advisory is, how to put in processes that are going to help you to deliver app advisory services and deliver them profitably. So we've got various articles in here, as well as some resources practically that you can use, such as fact-finding templates, and they're found within this system, within this section. We've also got information about app categories to help you understand what these are, and specific content around how to deliver services around these categories. And in our industry section, sectors section, we've got information on the business cases that we've been putting into the site. So for accounting and bookkeeping, for instance, we've got some information in here about that lead management and onboarding business case, and we'll be looking to add in those, add to those as things go forward and we get more support questions in. We'll build content around specific industry app stacks. We've also then got some a section on apps, and this will include various links to where you can quickly find something on an apps page, or if you need to understand how an integration works, or like Will mentioned earlier in the presentation, the problem with how does one app work with another and Xero or QuickBooks. We've got some content in there about how those things work together. And again, we'll be adding these as we get help desk questions come in. We'll try and use those answers to create content which is available to everyone else. So that's a brief introduction to our knowledge base and community. And to finish off, I'll just go to our plans. So we've got 3 levels of plan built into the site at the moment, with a 4th plan which is on its way. And using these, you can toggle either monthly or annually to see the price. And then we've got a breakdown of what features are included in each of the plans. Our professional membership, which is coming soon, will include more customization features around the reporting that we're building into the app stack. But the essential plan here will give you access to everything that's on the site, including our reporting functionality when that launches next month. So have we got any more questions coming in?
Nothing at the moment, Rowan. So that's all looking good. In terms of upcoming features, reporting's the next big thing, isn't it? And that's a matter of weeks away.
Yeah, we should have reporting built in within the next 2 to 3 weeks. It will definitely be in August.
Great, and our focus continues to be on adding new apps to the platform, and adding knowledge base content, which is certainly where your focus has been recently. So let me just dive back in to this to wrap up. So as we kind of just about finish off, to reiterate a few things that Rowan and I both said during the course of the session, if you don't yet have a free account, we would love for you to go and sign up to the site, either for a free account or a free 1-month trial of the Essentials plan. Either way, whatever you do that, there are 5 app advisory points for doing so. If you're already a member, going on to your account, we'd love to get some feedback on the apps that you're already using in your firm, which is really what that questionnaire is about. And there's 10 points there. Don't forget the referral link that Rowan mentioned to you. But I think the most important thing for us is we just want feedback. This is how we're going to improve the site. We're here to genuinely to help you guys deliver app advisory services. So if there's stuff that we can be doing to help you help your teams to do that, then please share with us the things that we're doing well and the things that we haven't quite got right yet. That drove that kind of feedback, drove the redesign. So we're committed to making this work for everybody. So please tell us what we're missing. So any final questions? I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I saw a couple of bits pop in the chat box. Thank you, Penny, for that feedback. Have a play around with the app stack feature, and let us know what you think there. Any questions from anybody before we wrap up? Thank you ever so much, everybody, for taking the time to join us. Do jump over to the site. Let us know what you think. Feedback is key to us. That's what's important. Have we had a question pop in here? No, that's all fine. So excellent. Thank you ever so much indeed, everybody, for joining us this morning. Hope it was useful. Thanks to Rowan, James, and Frankie for being here on the call. we'll circulate a recording. So if you want to share with your teams, you're more than welcome to do so. Have a great week, everybody, and thanks for joining this morning. Take care.
Thank you.